Welcome to the Work Wives and Real Lives podcast. I'm Katie.
And I'm Ava. We're two best friends and coworkers spilling the tea on business, boundaries, and all the beautiful chaos in between.
From workday wins to real life messes, we're talking through it all.
Unfiltered, unpolished, and always putting friendship first.
Think of it as your weekly catch up with your favorite coworker turned soul sister.
So grab your coffee
or your wine
and let's get into it.
Stunning. Hey, Work Wife fam. It's Katie and Ava.
We were waiting for the countdown of the recording, and I look at my face, and I look so weird, just like sitting there smiling, and then I saw your face too doing the same thing, and we're just like,
hello.
Hello, here we are.
We're here. Oh, what a time. Well, welcome to episode 12. It's a great
Still
number.
Kicking.
TS 12. 12 songs.
Yes.
12 episodes
that it is.
in. We're here. We're ready to go. We hope
fired
you
up.
guys we're fired up. We're something. I've got my spooky season sweatshirt on. We are ready for Halloween.
So spooky. So
spooky.
Scary. I am on day 3-4 of unwashed hair. So we've got slicked back, showing off my Neanderthal traits, my chiseled jawline, my my collarbone is not exposed, but I do have very prominent collarbones.
Yes.
If anyone wanted to know. Those babies are large.
So random. I also am on like day 3 or 4 of unwashed hair, and the amount of dry shampoo I have in my hair right now should be studied.
You've turned into a ghost.
Oh, there's the lighting issues have not been fixed. We're filming in the daytime today, so you're going to get a light show for sure. Anyway.
Love it. Fun theme.
Yeah, so I didn't wash my hair, and then I had to deliver some items to our test institute this morning, and I felt it was important that I put makeup on to do that for some reason. I think because I was struggling this morning, as I tend to be most Sunday mornings, with a hangover, and so makeup just makes me feel better. So I put on just a very base layer of makeup, but now I've been debating when to wash my hair because I don't want to have to redo my makeup, but then also I'm like, I don't think I'm doing anything else today, so just take it off. But I went through the effort. It's like a whole...
You'll feel so good once it's washed.
But then I tried to get a dry bar appointment because if you know me, you know I have like 30 plus credits at dry bar, and they were booked today, so sad time to wash my own hair.
Sad time, but shout out to Dry Bar. Like, what a concept, and how beautiful is it to just like put your head in that tub and just have them do their thing.
Get that extra scalp massage too. It's the best.
Truly magical.
What is your order there? Like, what style do you pick?
I do not know the names of the styles, but whatever's more the like less curly, because if my hair gets like too much curl, it won't look good. So it needs to be like a waviness to it, but I cannot do just straight hair.
No,
I think that's what I've gotten, but anytime you have gotten the Mai Tai and I have gotten the Mai Tai, it looks like two separate things.
That's what just kills me, especially when I go. Every time I would go and get someone different, and like that's another 9 point, or you can't like book a specific person. I think they said you can if you call. But every time I would ask for the Mai Tai, I'm like beachy waves, straight ends, and walk out looking like John Benet Ramsey. Like I don't understand. And so I finally found a good one at the Irvine Spectrum location, and she knows how to do my hair. But I haven't been in like months because this is my problem and why I have 30 plus credits on my account. But shout out to Dry Bar. If you can make it, it's a great concept.
It really is. Keep on keeping on, Dry Bar.
I know. I need someone to come to my house and wash my hair. They're like, that's the ultimate luxury.
We'll get there someday. That will be the ultimate flex of just glam.
Truly.
On all ends.
Just someone to wash, scrub my hair. I can't with the light. It's killing me.
It's fine.
Okay.
Do not move. You look great right there.
Oh, Pepper broke in. Hi, Pepper.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. She's going to make an appearance. Yeah. So what did you do
Oh.
this weekend?
So we currently have my in-laws in town, which is always fun because they're super active and we go out and about a bunch of places, but sometimes I just can't keep up.
You can't keep up.
But we've just been running around Knoxville, showing them some things. And yesterday we went to the Lost Sea in
Hmm.
Sweetwater area. Shout out to anyone that lives in Sweetwater, Tennessee. Super quaint. Looks like how it probably has been since 1940 something,
Mm-hmm.
but super cute. We went into a cavern, and at the end of the cavern tour, there's this lake or like little pond of water. And so we got on a little boat at the end of the tour and went around in that water. Super fun. I love going
That's
in
adorable.
caverns. Yeah, it's a lot of walking, but it's a beautiful time.
That's nice.
Yes, and yesterday we also met up with our two friends we've made out here. And we're like, let's introduce our in-law or my in-laws to the friends we have made, which is just one person
One person.
and her husband,
That's sweet.
minus Kylie, who does listen to this every week. Hi, Kylie. Can't wait to see
Kylie.
you. She's coming out for Thanksgiving, but she moved to Ohio, so
Mm.
I only have really one friend out here. I do have more friends, but one that I do hang out on a regular basis. They got to meet
That's
my in-laws, and it was a great time.
nice. That's very sweet.
Yes, 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 yes. So that was basically it. I feel like more has happened, which my brain will remember and I will speak about.
Did you go to brunch this morning or something?
We went to church.
Oh, that's why you look so nice.
That's why I look so nice, had to look good for the Lord.
I did not make it to church this morning, but when I contemplated going, I was going to be wearing my spooky season sweats. That was the only way I would be entering today. So, but it did not
Totally
matter.
fine.
Yeah.
It'd be
Uh,
acceptable. How's your
yeah.
weekend? Tell me all the things. I saw you're out with friends again.
So many activities.
So many
It was
activities.
good. We had um Garrett was in a golf tournament on Friday afternoon in Long Beach, and it was like a Halloween themed one. So him and his little crew all dressed up as Guy Fieri. So that was hilarious. I didn't go, but I saw the pictures. But then he stayed up there to watch the Dodger game. And so I was alone with the kids. And it's actually at an age where they're getting way more manageable and enjoyable to like have by myself. Like
Oh,
Everett's
your
getting,
children?
yeah.
Oh. I thought you were talking about your husband.
No, like normal in the days of the past, I would like if he was gone for an extended period of time and I was just alone with the kids, I'd be texting him like, "When are you coming home? They're driving me crazy. Like, when are you coming home?"
Yeah.
But I didn't text him at all, and then my phone ended up dying, and I was watching The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix. I didn't finish it, but Garrett got home at like 9:30, and he's like, "I've tried calling you." I was like, "Oh, I think my phone died. I don't know." And
Oh,
I'm sure he was like,
that's beautiful.
she's not bugging me. But yeah, the kids are great. We got Valentinos, of course. So,
Okay, tell me more about Valentino's because you've spoken about it before, and I don't think I've ever had Valentino's, or maybe I have.
it's a pizza place, and there's two in the city of Orange. We always order from the one. It's off of Chapman by Crawford Canyon, between like that and like, is that Crawford Canyon? I don't know. It's near my house. There's like a feed and tack store, like a horse store, and
Was it what used to be Wise Guys?
no, you're thinking of the one up by Pacific Ranch Market. That's still Wise
Yes.
Guys.
Okay.
Anyway, it's like if you're going towards the freeway from my house, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be down Chapman on the right, like before you get to Hughes.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just really good. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it is really good. I've not tried the other location. I think they actually have more than one location, but um, it just slaps. Their antipasta salad, so good. The
Love
veggie
it.
pizza, top tier, except they put pineapple on the veggie pizza like as a standard, so I always have to get no pineapple, which pineapple is not a vegetable, so it should not be on the veggie pizza, and pineapple should just not be on pizza in general.
Yep.
That's your unsolicited opinion of the
Full-heartedly
day.
agree. Straight to jail if you're
Straight to
putting.
jail.
I think our dear friend Kelsey puts pineapple on her pizza.
So does my mom and my husband. And
I think
honestly,
actually my husband does too. And, you guys are
yep,
psycho. You need to be studied. It's not
they should be
okay.
studied. This is the next hot take that's gonna go viral for being just anti-men
Oh, yeah,
somehow.
yeah, yeah.
But
Oh, absolutely. Everyone's going to come after us about
the
pineapple
pineapple.
on pizza. You know what? Come at me, bro. If there's anything you want to come at me about, come at me about that. Okay? I'll take it.
Speaking speaking of footwear fails, my my daughter had her jogathon at school on Friday, and I take a picture of my husband standing next to another dad. The other dad is wearing sandals and jeans, obviously. And Garrett, I didn't even realize until I zoomed in on the photo, he is wearing socks with slides, like the open-toed Adidas type slides. I have never been more embarrassed that he showed up to the school wearing this. Granted, I didn't notice he
Yep.
was wearing it till after I took the photo, and he was on his way to the golf course, so, like, I kind of get it. But, like, no. I mean,
No, sir.
the whole outfit was a fiasco,
Yes.
and
Them two
I
standing with each other, yeah.
so
The feet
tragic.
situation, it was very tragic. But,
The
you know,
toes.
at
Well,
least
that was
Garrett's toes were not exposed.
they were covered.
He politely had them covered. Thank you.
Did we talk about last week on the pod when I was teaching the date night class and Derek full on took his socks off during class because apparently I forgot to tell him he had to wear sticky socks and I just assumed he knew, as one should know.
Well, he's
And
taken before, and I feel like he would have known or learned the first time.
he has, but he's only taken up pop-ups, like outdoor
Okay.
pop-ups. So they have
Oh,
like
got it.
their shoes on typically. So I'm walking around teaching and I look down and there's just dogs out. And I literally said on the mic, "Where are your socks?" He's like, "Well, I was slipping." And I
Oh,
was
no.
like, "You're supposed to be wearing sticky socks." And he's like, "I didn't know." Like, I'm literally arguing with him as I'm teaching the class on the mic. And I would never do
Oh
this
my
to a normal client,
gosh.
but like just because it was Derek. And it was funny because
Yeah.
some of the other clients didn't know that he was my friend. So they thought I was just like literally calling this
Calling
person
this
out.
person out.
And I
Like,
was
oh
like,
no.
put your socks back on right now.
Oh my gosh. I took a workout class that required sticky socks.
Hmm.
And I'm looking around in the middle of like an exercise we were doing, and I notice not one, not two, not three, not four, but more than four people just like full on no socks. I was
No
like,
socks. It's tragic.
it was very tragic. I'm like, you're gonna hurt yourself with, and
I
well, one, gross because
gross.
our feet were up against, it was a Pure Barre class, but I won't say the studio name. Our feet were up on the bar, like underneath, you know how there's
Hmm.
an exercise where your feet are under the bar and you're doing like a full sit up.
Yeah.
And I was just like cringing thinking about the toes under the bar. I'm like, people touch this and then their bare feet on the carpet too. I'm like, our head rests on this, or like
I
our
know.
forearms, our hands. Like, this is why, part of the reason why we wear closed toe grip socks. Okay.
Yeah. Even like the Pilates studio I take classes at, um, that you're supposed to wear sticky socks, but you can have the open toes, which just totally defeat the purpose of at least cleanliness.
Oh,
But this girl showed up late in one of my classes last week. She showed up late. So if people are wondering why studios don't let sometimes you in late to class, it's extremely distracting. And plus, she has no idea what's going on at this point. You can
yeah.
tell she was just dropping in. She was not like a regular. And no socks on the entire class. And then is like an influencer or something. So she was filming herself the entire class and had
Oh,
those
no.
like suction cup case thing where she was sticking it on the
Yeah.
mirrors, like on either side as we switched around. So that alone was distracting. The phone kept falling off the mirror.
Oh,
And she was, of course, right next to me. And so the whole time I'm like, I just cannot. I cannot. So distracting. So
I wonder if you were in her video. You should try to find it.
I did. She tagged the studio in a photo she took, like a selfie. And so I
Cute.
went to her account. And at that point, she hadn't posted like a video of the class. It was just like, I think, whatever, I was here photo. But we'll see. But she's got a lot of followers. So go her.
Go her.
Go her. So So that was my Friday night. We typically tangent. This is like the longest weekend update ever.
Yeah.
Let's get into Saturday. So Saturday, which was yesterday, was a little bit chaotic. So I had to teach at 9. Everett had soccer at 10. I had to have Wyatt to golf by 11. So I literally left the studio, went straight to the golf course or to the soccer field, watched 5 minutes of the game because I had to then take Wyatt to her golf lesson. And I'm like pulling up, and Garrett calls me and he's like, "Oh, just a reminder, today's an hour," because I guess the coach wasn't available last weekend, so she just gave her an hour today instead of 30 minutes or yesterday. And so I was like, "Oh, what am I going to do for an hour?" Obviously go to the bar. Oh, I was at the bar, got amazing artichoke dip,
Ooh.
and shout out to Whitney at Coto de Casa Country Club because she makes a mean spicy margarita.
Ayo.
Or not spicy margarita, spicy Bloody Mary. And yeah. Oh, I forget. You're not a cool kid.
I am not. It just tastes like pure vomit to me. And I've come to the realization it's just the tomato juice of it all.
So
Yeah.
good.
Not a fan. Go on.
She starts with Zinzang as a base, and then she was telling me she puts A1 sauce, Worcestershire sauce,
Oh,
and
no.
Tabasco.
No.
It was so good.
A1 sauce.
Like just a little bit, and it was so good. I love A1 sauce.
I mean, yeah, on a steak.
Garrett gets so mad at me if he buys like really expensive steak. Like he'll go to the fancy market sometimes and buy like just really good steak, and I'll just douse it in A1. And he's like, "Why did I even buy this?" I was like, "I didn't ask you to buy the steak. Like
You're
I'm
not
still gonna
appreciating
no,
the
but
meat of it all.
it's so good." Um.
It
Anyway,
is very great sauce.
it is good. So then Garrett and Everett met us at the golf course after soccer. We had lunch, and then I went home and took a nap, which was the best decision. Garrett decided to just keep drinking. And then we had this like wine tasting s'mores night last night at a friend's house.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the kids had s'mores, and then we did a blind wine taste test.
Oh, that's always the
Our
greatest.
wines won. We won both. There was first and second
Well,
place
of
got
course.
scratchers, and we won both.
Okay, so are you judging the wine? You're not trying to guess like what
You're just voting
type?
for your favorite. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So it said, you knew on the bag, it said the varietal. So it'd say like
Yeah.
Grenache or Cabernet, or if it was a rosé, like, so you knew like what kind of wine it was, but then you were just voting for your favorite. So the two wines we
Okay,
brought got the top
you
votes.
either brought a Grenache and a Pinot, or you brought a Cab and a Pinot.
We kind of. So the winner was a GSM from I'm gonna forget the name of the winery, but it's one in France that we went to. Top tier. It's a Rhone Valley wine. Is it Rhone Valley? Yeah, that's where we went. Yeah. From Chateauneuf-du-Pape to be specific. And then the second one was a Saxum, which is from Paso-ish somewhere. And I think it was Grenache like predominant, but it had a lot of other varietals
So you
in
brought
it.
like blends.
Yeah, blends essentially. And then she had adult s'mores, and I was like, "What's an adult s'more?"
Ooh.
It is little like not balls, but like little patties of brie that you put on a skewer. Warm that up with the like pepper jelly. Like that's instead of the chocolate, that's gonna be your base on and then on like the like charcuterie crackers.
Yeah.
So good. So you have like the melted brie with the pepper jelly, and then the crackers, and then the kids made like regular s'mores. So it was very good. The problem is that the party started at 7. We did not eat before we went. I know.
This is the problem every single time.
I had like a really big
every
lunch.
story starts off. You're like, Garrett's so hungover, or you're so hungover. And you're like, the problem was we did not eat.
We did not.
You ate very little.
I had a big lunch. So I had the artichoke dip, I had sliders, and then I had some French fries. And so I just wasn't really hungry before we left.
Yeah.
And Garrett was drunk. very rarely am I driving to events. It's like, I'm fine, but like he is dead because he kept drinking all afternoon when I took a nap, did not eat. When we got there, they had some pizza. So I put back pizza and then they had, oh my
Of
gosh, you know, the
course.
Trader Joe's bruschetta, like the one in the tub. I don't know if that's the
Oh,
right word.
yes, yes, yes. It's like
So
white and then it
good.
has like the red and green.
So
Lovely.
she had that in a bowl. I'm pretty sure I ate the whole thing of just, I was just putting it on little slices of French bread. So good.
I
So
love
I
it.
was fine, but he was wasted. I had to drag him out of there at like 11 o'clock. I'm like, we need to go home.
Oh, dang.
And he is barely alive right now.
Yes, I got a lovely photo of him just curled up in a blanket on the couch.
Yeah, I just had to go right before we started filming, wake him up because it is noon here, keep in mind. And I got a notification from our cameras that our son was up at the chicken coop. I'm like, oh, he's just exploring and
Little
Garrett's sleeping.
explore.
So I was like, get up, take care of the kids for like an hour. Anyways, that's been my day. And today we're just going to hang,
Just
hopefully
chilling.
do nothing. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be making a lovely chili because it is chili season out here.
That's nice. I
So
like
I'm
chili.
stoked about it. Yes, it's a specific recipe by Walt Disney himself. I don't know if Walt Disney actually put together this recipe, but it's one of the chilies that you can get, I think, in Disneyland from one, I forget the name of the restaurant where it comes in that bread bowl. But
Interesting. I can't say I've ever had chili at Disneyland.
yeah, it's there where
Okay.
you can get the clam chowder. I'm pretty sure that's the same spot.
I'm
Disney
a
people can
straight
let me know
corn
otherwise.
dog. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Corn
yeah, yeah.
dog. Like
You know what's
slut.
criminal though? I know people love it. It's very yummy. I've had it myself. But when people are walking around Disneyland with the huge freaking chicken leg
Turkey
and
leg.
they're just going to town on it. And then they have their like 8-year-old child still in the stroller, just like all limbs hanging out. And they have like the chicken wing in their mouth and their whole family's
It's a
matching with the
turkey
tie-dye
leg.
shirts. Yeah, it's a huge freaking leg. It's a true leg.
It's a turkey leg. And turkeys
Yeah.
are big.
Uh,
It's
Those
honestly
fools are huge.
that is Neanderthal behavior though. You're just walking around with a
Yeah,
massive
yeah,
turkey
yeah.
leg,
I mean,
just
that is
gnawing
not
on
part
it.
of my Neanderthal DNA. That must be like the 7% I'm missing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's chaotic. Also, I kind of feel the same way about the pickles though, which I do eat
oh,
regularly. I'm just walking around with this massive pickle, just gnawing on it too. So,
yeah,
like,
but it's not, I mean, they're huge, but I feel like that is more acceptable than
yeah.
a huge turkey leg. But yeah, that gets me every single time at Disney is seeing those people with that. But I do love the corn dogs. I do love
Hmm.
the bread bowls. So good.
You have to try one day.
I used to go to Pizza Port all the time.
I did go to Pizza Port all the time. Now our place is Flo's. We like Flo's and Cars Land.
Yes, there's lots more options in downtown Disney. But unfortunately, there's a lot of things I cannot eat any longer or any further.
Yeah, it's a sad life you live.
It truly is a sad life. Everyone's new here. I am unfortunately lactose intolerant. And I understand that you can power through and push through. However, I have done so, and it's become unacceptable for me to shat my pants as a 32-year-old woman. Okay? I've pushed the limit way too far. You know what's so funny is my mom, she was like, so when are you going to talk about pooping your pants on the pod? Like, here we are, everyone.
Why don't you just tell the story now when you were teaching?
There's multiple stories, but the first time I found out that I was unfortunately lactose intolerant, I thought I had just like a stomach bug, but it was like in between the break of teaching. And so I had an hour to kill. There used to be a Starbucks right next door to the Tustin studio. And so I got a yogurt parfait in between the class. And no joke, maybe like 10 minutes before I let out what I thought was going to be a toot, was not a toot. And I won't go into graphics, but I was wearing leggings and there was no way I could go on with my day. And I started getting severely sick. You know that feeling when you're sick where like the cold sweats and you just feel disgusting? Well, I felt that, but with like, I literally shat. And
That's
so
so
luckily
funny.
the owner at that time was there. I did not say anything. I just said, I've got to go. I cannot be here. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Luckily, she just like put on the microphone and just like did her thing. And I had to sit in that as I drove home and continued to be violently ill. And I was like, well, maybe that was just like a weird stomach bug that I had, like
Mm-hmm.
nothing associated to dairy.
Yeah.
Well, then I try again a second time with dairy. And it was like within the same month, maybe month
Mm-hmm.
to 2 month time period. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous brie hamburger. Just like,
Oh,
oh, it was juicy. It was just everything of the sort.
yeah.
Unfortunately, within the hour of consuming it, I
It
was out of
happened again?
commission.
Mhm.
I caught it before it could happen, as in the toilet caught it
That's
before
good.
anything else. I was like, man, that's so weird. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's dairy. And so I stopped having dairy products right away. And that was a very hard transition. I'm a true soldier in so many ways, but cutting dairy out cold turkey is probably the hardest thing.
I would really struggle. Pizza, like
Yes.
a
Oh, so
charcuterie
unfortunate.
board.
Yeah. Luckily, there's lots of options now. And so, did I learn my lesson? No. And so,
Oh, it keeps going.
it keeps going. I was at one of my jobs, and there used to be a lot of medical sales people that would come in, and they would give us lunch and talk about their products or whatever machines or anything that they're promoting new in the derm space. And so, oh gosh, I think they brought California Pizza Kitchen. Yes, yes, yes. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous, creamy fettuccine Alfredo.
I'm not a fettuccine fan actually.
Neither am I, but something about that fettuccine Alfredo, it was just, it's what I needed to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And right after lunch, I was like, okay, I'm feeling good. Maybe those like last few times were just a little fluke.
Nope.
I respectfully waited until everyone in the office was gone because maybe like 2 hours after lunch happened, immediately I started feeling unwell. And I knew right away, I was like, oh my gosh. And so, man, that was the hardest work day to get over. And luckily, I think it was a Friday. And so people were leaving by at least the physicians and everyone were gone before like 4 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I'm the last one here. Let me just finish up these last few charts. And as I was walking the charts to down the hallway, I was like, oh, it's safe. I'll let out a little toot and you can guess.
So you've shot your pants twice?
Yeah.
Nice.
Luckily, that last time I had clothes in my bag because I had taught before going into my full workday. So I used to teach a crazy amount of classes. I teach like the 6 a.m. and then go to work 8 to 5 and then leave that and go teach another set of classes until 7:30 and then do it all over again.
Yeah.
So luckily I had clothes in my bag from teaching that morning and I said, you know what? The rest is going in the trash. Goodbye, scrubs.
I was just gonna ask what you did with the clothes.
They all went in the trash. There's no saving that. I do not care. The price, no. At that point, they're done. Anywho, hope you all enjoyed.
I
That is
have
why I am dairy free. And yes, I've experimented and tried to power through. And no, I will no longer be testing. And every now and then I'll take a lactate, but I've realized that it's come to a point where I need to take multiple lactates. So at that point, I might as well just not eat it.
right. I have two quick stories about this topic. So
I can't
one,
wait.
I was on an airplane to Hawaii and we were in um Delta Comfort, and there's a bathroom right at the end of Comfort before coach. And we were the row in front of the bathroom. In
Oh,
front
oh,
of us was this couple. They were European, and I only say that because I don't know if it's like a culture thing. I did feel bad for them at the start of the flight. They had a lap infant with them, but this was like an older infant. It wasn't like a brand new baby. the guy that sits next to them has this massive service dog. Like, it's like a huge husky. And
Yes.
so they're jammed in with, I totally support service dogs. I love any kind of dog on an airplane, but I kind of feel like that's kind of like that dog should have just had its own seat. Like, it was this big. And
Yeah.
so this dog has to sit in front of like their legs essentially. So
Right.
they were already complaining to the flight attendant before we took off, like, we want to move. There was no seats they could move them to. So they were like, you can stay in these seats or you can get off the plane.
Yeah.
So they decided to stay in the seats. There's a line for the bathroom and I have to go. And so I go and the door's ajar. The woman, the baby had exploded a diaper. Like,
Oh no.
and as a new parent or any parent, you
Yeah.
know, the onesie goes in the trash. You don't try to save that.
Oh no. Was she washing it?
She was washing it in the sink
Oh no,
of the airplane with the door open. It is poop water. You can see it. The sink is full and it's like clogged at this point.
That's terrible.
And this guy starts yelling at her. He's like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? That's disgusting. And like, it was so
That's
gross.
so disgusting.
They basically had to like hazmat the bathroom the rest of the flight. It was unusable.
Oh, for sure.
And she's literally scrubbing shit out of this
That
onesie.
calls for emergency landing. Okay.
We were over the ocean. Where are we going to land? Like, it was so
They're going to
disgusting.
solely land into the ocean.
She should be on a no-fly list. Like,
Absolutely. I
if
have
Margaret
so
from
many...
Delta was on that
Oh my
flight,
gosh.
like, we have not even spoken
Margaret
about
from
Margaret.
Delta would not have it.
She's a whole nother story for another podcast. But
She is. Yeah, she deserves her just one podcast.
she gets a whole podcast to herself. But literally, that woman should not be on an airplane again. Second story, I
No.
have... Do you have another take on this?
I mean, I have another story, but keep going.
So my second story on this topic, I have shat my pants once as an adult. And
Oh my gosh!
I know.
I'm so happy for you.
The first week of my junior year of college, and I remember that specifically because of what happened. So I had either the stomach flu or a stomach bug. Like, I was horrendously sick. But you have to like show up to the first class where they drop you. So I get it together. I make it to campus. I lived like a mile away, but I cannot get off the toilet in the bathroom. It is just... So at this point, the class has started. I'm still in the bathroom. I literally cannot get up. So finally it stops. And I emailed the teacher when I got back to my apartment, which was after I actually shot my pants. So anyway, teacher, first of all, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm violently ill. Like, I really want to take this class. And she's like, sorry, you weren't here. You're being dropped. And I'm like, rude. I could have just sat there shitting my pants in your classroom, but I'm sure you wouldn't have appreciated that.
No.
So I go back to my apartment. And if you know Long Beach, you know parking is terrible. And I didn't live in like an apartment complex that had a parking lot. I lived in like it was like a sixplex, really cute little apartment. Still love that one, but parking was terrible. There's street sweeping. It's like a whole thing. So I drive around like a couple times. I'm just doing laps around my neighborhood trying to find a parking stall. Finally find one. I'm power walking back to my apartment because I have to go. And I was maybe 100 yards, 50 yards, maybe not even 100 from my front door. And it just came out.
Man, you were so close.
I was so close.
You
And
almost
I
made
was
it.
like, don't shit your pants, don't shit your pants. But like, you can't like control it.
It's
just
truly
was...
the bridesmaids moment where she's just like slowly going down and then it's just shitting in the middle of the street.
Yeah. So that's my one story. Of course, I think I was wearing black shorts straight to the trash.
Tragic. Yeah. Goodbye.
So that's my stories on pooping your pants.
Wow. I'm so happy you shared that. I do not feel alone, and hopefully others do not feel alone in their own journey with stomach issues. We truly cannot have it all. We cannot be smart, beautiful, and talented and not have stomach issues.
Absolutely not. We can't. You can't have it all.
We'd be too much of a threat to
truly
just everyone in society.
We all have our faults.
We do. A quick story about poop on a airplane. I feel like when you travel as much as Katie and I do, you come across many stories with flights, and this one by far is my favorite. We're sitting at the gate, just everyone's boarding, and I start smelling literal poop. I'm like, oh my, who keeps farting? And then this man gets up super upset, like a few rows in front of me, and he gets the flight attendant, and she's like, "Sir,
Oh,
you
you're
need
like
to
on the
calm."
plane.
We're on the plane,
Okay.
and she's like, "Sir, you need to calm down." He's like, "No, you need to get her off." And I thought he was with this other woman, and this other woman's just sitting in her chair, not doing anything. I was like, "What is this guy's deal?" And he's just like yelling, saying that it's a like biohazard and all this stuff. And I'm like, "What is going on up there?" And then this man sitting behind them stands up and starts making his way down the airplane aisles because everyone at this point is seated and they're not telling us anything. He's like, "Listen up, everyone. Dog took a shit on the plane." He's like, "We're all just going to have to stay put right here. Yep, you heard me. A dog took a shit on the plane."
Is this the guy that was yelling at the flight attendant?
No, this is another man that was sitting behind them, but we weren't being told anything, like why we weren't leaving the gate yet because everyone had like been seated. There was nothing happening other than like the flight attendants like freaking out, this man freaking out. And so this man ended up getting a trash can or a trash liner from the bathroom and picked up the poop and had it in the bag. And he's like, "You need to get rid of this." And they're like, "Sir, we got it." But no one was handling the situation. This
The
woman with the
girl
dog,
didn't pick up her own dog
nope.
shit?
She sat there with her dog, and then security came to remove her from the flight.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Yeah. But the man that got up to tell everyone on board what was going
That's hilarious.
on. Yeah. Man, it smelled so bad. And they were trying to clean it and scrub it, but it was not getting like out of the carpet.
I love it.
Crazy.
So did you guys end up like leaving? Or
We
they
did
change
after
planes?
they
Yeah.
put a towel down for the people sitting there because it was a full flight, so there's nowhere else for them to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yikes.
But fun stories. There's no
Well,
way to segue out of that.
no. I was gonna go, well, speaking of stories.
Yeah, there you go. Stories.
Stories.
More story time.
I can find a transition for anything. So we're not
Love
going to
it.
do a dramatic email reading today because I totally forgot to put. So if you follow me on Instagram, 2 weeks ago, I had posted a story of me mouthing the lyrics to Father Figure by Taylor Swift, obviously. And that I was going to drop the story behind it on the podcast. And last week's episode was just so iconic. It completely slipped my mind. So I felt like this needs its own segment today because
Yes,
Ava's very nervous for me to talk about this.
I
But
am. But you know, you have the floor. Take it away, and I'm here to add.
yes. So this story is been a few years in the making. So when I purchased the Tustin Pure Bar location, I was warned about a fellow owner who was not a nice person and just to kind of keep your distance by other owners. And I did. And I tried to introduce myself to this person one time when we ran into each other at convention. It was a very short conversation. She didn't really seem like she wanted to talk to me, which is fine. I've had no other interactions with this person beyond that. Until I was ready to open up my second location. Keep in mind, for my second location, there used to be a Pure Bar in that city. The former owners had closed it. They kind of moved on with their life. And then a year and a half later, I reopened the studio in the same city in a different location. But a lot of the teachers that taught there before, as soon as we announced we were reopening, they reached back out. They all live near the studio. They wanted to come back and teach. I said, great, I'd love to have you. So I'm in Italy, which obviously is an important detail of the story. I'm having to deal with
I feel
this.
like you're always in Italy when things go down.
You know what is interesting is it's the same Italy trip where the chargeback email with Crazy Dennis started. So
Oh,
something
man.
about that trip was just bringing everything out in my email.
It was. Yeah.
So I got this angry email from this person saying I was stealing all of her employees and whatever. And I respond back. I said, I'm not stealing them. First of all, they are free to work wherever they want, which anyone who is in the workspace environment, just know non-compete clauses are almost completely illegal in the United States and non-enforceable. You are allowed to work multiple jobs as long as it doesn't interfere with your current job. And just want to put that out there. So I spun back, essentially saying that, like, whatever their relationship is with you, that's between you guys. If they're cutting back on classes or leaving altogether, that's not my business. Like, they applied to work for me. I'm not going to, and they all used to work at the studio before, so it's not whatever. So that kind of ended that. Then I get an email from someone at corporate who wants to have a call with me, and I immediately know what it's about. And so basically she was just like, we can't get involved, but we just want to make sure, like, we want to ask how you hired these people, and like, did you poach them, and like, whatever. I was like, no, I posted on social media, we were opening, they all reached out, whatever. And she's like, okay, we just want to make sure everyone's getting along. I'm like, I don't have a problem with her. Like, I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't
To
not a me issue.
add into, I feel like I reached out to some people on Instagram too, but backtrack. The original owner of the second studio Katie opened is actually the person that introduced me to Pure Barre. She was my dance coach in high school, and she's basically probably the reason I got the job at Pure Barre, given my terrible audition photo. Like, that's probably the only reason I got the job, was because of her. And I used to work at that studio too as a sub. And so I met the teachers that all started there at that time. So half of our teaching staff currently are people that I was employed with.
Yeah, and I have multiple teachers that at my studio that teach for another owner in the area and teach
Yeah.
for her. And like, I don't care. Like, people should be allowed to teach wherever they want. And
Absolutely.
I, I think that that's fair and also legal. So,
Mhm.
I fully support them teaching wherever they want to teach. So that happened. And then haven't like heard from her. I won an award the next year at convention after we had opened, and I went on stage to get my award, and she was sitting with her little friend at their table, like looking at me and laughing. And like,
Hmm.
then I had, I think the following year, I was in one of the national ads, talking about my Pure Barre journey, and her and a little friend were like whispering and giggling to each other. And it's just like so juvenile. And I'm like, I didn't do anything to you. Like, the one time I met you, I tried to be like, hi, Katie, like, nice to meet you. Like, I've heard a lot about you, like, whatever. And just, was trying to engage, and she wanted nothing to do with it. So I just left her alone. So then recently she's been like, we've been texting or emailing about like, just different like business things. And I've been like trying to help her with this new sales strategy we were implementing. And I had a really great conversation with her on the phone. And I was like, oh, like, we've turned a corner. For whatever reason, she didn't like me before. If it was just about the teachers, whatever, that seems to have been resolved, we're cool. No, we're not. So come to find out, she likes to spread terrible, nasty rumors about me, which I don't even know the details of because they are apparently so bad that people are not comfortable repeating them. I'm like, A, what does this person know about me? Nothing, because I've met you for 30 whole seconds and had a 5-minute conversation with you about business stuff. So I don't know what she could spread about me personally, but she like is apparently very vocal about how much she hates me with her staff. And I'm not here for it. So you know what? I think there's a couple of reasons. One, not humble brag, Tustin's a top performing studio in Orange County. I don't know if that's the reason. I don't know if it's because I pay my people better than she does, and maybe that's why people like to work for me. Or maybe, I don't know what it is. It could be so many different things, but you know what? Screw you. I am no longer helping you. Find someone else. Welcome to my empire. Anything to add?
I mean, like I said, if we were to have non-stomach issues, like, we would be like dangerous to society. But the fact that you are stunning, gorgeous,
I like how
talented.
you brought the stomach issues back into this conversation. You're clearly so uncomfortable talking about this right now.
Yeah. But
I,
no, I'm glad you've let it out.
I, yeah,
You've said what you need to say. No,
I have been quiet for years and I'm
you
over
have
it.
been quiet for
So, you know
years.
what? The fact that this is still a thing and I've been trying to help you, I have been helping you. Bye. Your credit card's been canceled, as the Taylor Swift song goes.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
goodbye.
She doesn't listen
Goodbye,
to this
Kyle.
podcast. She doesn't listen to this anyway, so who cares?
Maybe she does. If so, hey.
I even checked, I'm like, what could she possibly know about me? She doesn't follow me on social media. I'm sure she doesn't listen to this. So, like, you know nothing about me. Nothing other than I'm a badass woman who
Truly.
runs a very non-toxic and stable and healthy studio. So, well, 2 now. So
Sure do. That's why I
come join the
continue to do
party,
this.
everyone.
Yeah. That's why I choose to do it from across the country.
Yeah.
If that
So
says anything.
it does. It's very sweet of you.
Oh, yeah. I tell that
Don't ever
to
leave me. Don't ever leave me.
don't ever let me go. I tell that to every like oncoming staff too, or anytime I do interviews, like I let them know why we're doing it over Zoom at the very end, just like to give them a brief
Mm-hmm.
summary about the studios. I say we're huge on client interaction, just full on community. I was like, if it says anything, like I live in Tennessee and there's Pure Bars everywhere that I could, work for. And so I choose our lovely studios as much as sometimes they cause emotional turmoil in my life.
Any
It's worth
job
it.
in the
Yeah, any
customer
job's gonna
service
have
space,
that.
though, is going to have that.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel as though this is a great transition, unless you have any more to say.
No, this is the one and only time I'm going to talk about it, and it is off my chest, and I'm just going to continue, as we all should. A, it's okay to vent. B, the best way to shut people up is by beating them. And I'm just going to continue to thrive. And
Let's keep on
beyond
doing
that,
it, sis.
I'm just going to keep living. And Pepper's got my back. So I'm not a very good winker.
Neither am I. Like my
My
like
mouth
you,
does this
my
weird
mouth
thing.
always needs to open. I remember when I winked at my husband for the first time. He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like,
He's
"Oh."
like, are you spazzing out? Are you having a stroke?
I thought I was being all cutesy, and he was like, "Are you good?" I'm like,
Yeah. I'm actually kind of sad I'm not going to be at convention this year because of all of this.
"Yeah,
But I'm going to be on a cruise in Europe. So peace.
I'll be around."
I'm sad you're not going to convention either.
I mean, I could have gone and, been
It's just
friendly.
not fun without you and me together.
Yeah, exactly. And I got
Yeah.
like a little glimpse of just being solo because you had like work calls you had to do for your other job. And so I was going to things by myself. And I was like, I don't have any friends.
What's weird is Ava, though, is like so famous at when we do go to convention because she's like
No, I'm
a Pure
not.
Bar icon. And
I'm
so
not.
we'll be walking around and I'm like her private security. Like people are just like coming up to her and I'm just like, her like assistant on the side or like her security guard just blocking her from all of her fans. So it's actually fun seeing her in the Pure Bar space with all of the other people.
The best comment I got was, "Oh, you're a lot shorter in real life." I guess I
Oh,
give off like tall girl energy.
interesting.
It's my neck. And like I said, my collarbones, they like give me this structure of tall girl. Or
Yeah.
it's my limbs. I anytime they're framing me or like putting me in frame for when I film on the app, I remind them of how large my wingspan is. And I'm like a gorilla size. And I truly am like a gorilla size wingspan because at the San Diego Zoo, in front of the gorillas, they have like an actual gorilla and you can like test to see your wingspan compared to theirs. I'm like, oh, I'm the same size.
I'm the same size.
Hence the
Neanderthal.
Neanderthal, you know? All roads lead back to Neanderthal.
They truly do. Also,
Yeah.
Neanderthal behavior was Ava at convention like 2 years ago. Julianne Hough made a surprise appearance on stage and she full on lost her
I freaked
marbles.
out.
Like, if you have not, first of all, if you have the opportunity to hang out with Ava, make sure there's some sort of pseudo celebrity in the realm of where you're at because Julianne Hough full on lost it. And then we went to BravoCon. We didn't actually go to BravoCon because we couldn't get tickets, but we just went to Vegas anyway. And
we stood outside the convention.
we stood outside
people.
yeah, so like you could line up outside the convention center when all those Bravo celebrities are walking in, and what is it, JT, who's like kind of a second tier cast member on Southern Charm? She is screaming, JT, JT, and I'm so embarrassed for everyone involved at this point. I'm just like, this is chaotic behavior.
Oh my gosh, the most chaotic I think I've ever. There's been multiple. I mean, every single time I see a celebrity, but Michael Bublé. Oh my gosh, I literally almost threw my body over a barricade for this man. And gosh, what's his name? Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl, or
That's a good one.
if you watch You. Well, I was leaving gosh, what's the bakery in New York with the butter pudding? Not the butter pudding, the banana pudding.
I know what you're talking about, but
Magnolia's.
yes.
I was leaving Magnolia's Bakery. I was there at least every Saturday night. And so I was getting my snickerdoodle icebox pie back when I could have dairy. This was pre stomach issues.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 in the morning. That was the best thing about New York. If I could not sleep, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk. So I went for a walk along the street that I lived on, which was beautiful street, Bleecker Street. Mwah, loved it.
Mm.
So walking down that street, there's no one on the street other than me and this man that's walking right towards me. And I'm like, I've met this man before. He gets closer. I realize it's Penn Badgley, Dan from Gossip Girl. And that's
Yeah.
when the last season was being aired. And I was like, my whole body just like stopped, freaked out.
Yep.
And I was trying to get my phone, my little BlackBerry lavender phone was my favorite phone, to get a photo of him. And the second I got my phone out, I look up, he's nowhere to be found, and he's running across the street to the other direction away from me.
He
I was
probably
like,
saw your face.
oh yeah, he
and
saw my
he's
face and
like, "Oh,
he
get the fuck
saw
out of
me
here."
like literally stop in my tracks and like shaking, freaking out, just like silent, like nothing was coming out of my mouth. He's like, I don't have time for this. And so
I know.
he just like ran. Anywho, Penn, still waiting to meet you.
Meanwhile, I was walking around New York one day. Garrett and I had just had brunch, and we were just kind of wandering. We didn't have any like destination in mind. And I just see Anne Hathaway and her husband walking their dog down the road, and I was like, "Oh, that's Anne Hathaway. Cool." And then Ava's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I freak out.
"Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!" When we were in New York last time in July, we were walking, and God, whose wife was it? I'm totally gonna blank. I don't think it was Kelly Ripa. Anyway, we saw like. Again, like I just love they're just walking down the road. Like she was, I forget who it was, Jason and Kelsey will remember. But I was like, oh my God, there's so and so, and they're like, what? And I
yeah,
was like,
that's
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
about
cool,
New York. They'll just walk down the street
yeah,
and you're like, oh, look. Yeah, when when I was dancing and I would tell people I was from California and Orange County, they're like, oh my gosh, do you see celebrities all the time? I was like, no,
no.
I've seen more celebrities in New York than I did living in Orange County and then like going into LA area.
I think the only celebrity I've seen in Orange County was I saw Heather Dubrow at Orange Theory in like 2014. Her and Terry were there. And I was taking a class. I was in the class with them. And this girl, poor thing, trips on a treadmill and full on face plants like right next to them, which I would die if that happened to me, whether or not they were in
Right,
the room.
yeah.
But like just tragic for that girl. I felt so bad.
So tragic.
And this is also why I don't run on treadmills. So
Yes. Yeah, I've seen many celebrities in my previous job, but
yeah.
I can't say due to HIPAA.
Yeah,
But
it's HIPAA. Nah, fucker.
but if you ever, no, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna tell a soul.
You probably shouldn't do that.
No.
Well,
No.
let's get into our main topic today, Eva. What are we talking about? I already forgot.
We are talking about trend fatigue and how offline is the new flex, why trend fatigue is the new burnout, and how to stop letting the algorithm tell you who you are. So
Yeah.
I feel like, especially right now in today's day and age, this is huge just because we're being fed so much access to people's lives. I'm going to say in quote lives due
Mhm.
to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is a whole nother thing, but I feel like that's
Yeah.
more like older generation are on Facebook, but specifically like how you're saying at your Pilates studio, that girl just having her phone up, taking videos of herself. We see these like small snippets of people's lives, not the full picture. And so when we see that, we're like, we want to be like that, or I need to be like this, or I need to be doing that. This person is succeeding or looking like they're succeeding doing X, Y, or Z, I need to match that. And I feel like
Yeah.
I fall into that many of times on a personal level, but also on a business level, seeing, I mean, in fitness in general, it goes through seasons and trends and waves of right now we're in the Pilates area. There's a specific aesthetic that these studios are looking like. There's a specific type of workout and look that people are being drawn to and going towards. And all I'm going to say is, not to
Yeah.
fall into that. I mean, there's some things that you can pick up from people, and I'm all about that, is like seeing what someone else has done in their career, seeing what works for this specific studio and making it yours. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just think it's a reminder of like what the core is of you as a person or your core of your business. Like
Truly.
even the Pilates thing, like I do take Pilates classes because I do it near my office and it's just convenient, and plus I don't sweat, so I can go to work right
Yeah.
after. But it's hard comparing yourself like with the minimalist aesthetic and the backlit
Uh,
mirrors and like the neutral beautiful colors. Like these studios are gorgeous,
yeah,
and
stunning.
then but so it's hard to like want to think like, oh, we need to make our studio do that, which obviously is a much larger conversation because it's a whole brand. It's not just like my one-off
Right.
location. But really, if you think about like what the core of the workout is and the benefits of Pure Barre, for me, it's I get a no like knock on Pilates or the studio I go to because I do get a workout in, but like nothing has toned my body like Pure Barre has. And so
Mm.
I think that just reminding ourselves, whether it's that or whether it's I want to make my lifestyle like this person I see online, like you don't know anything about that person. Like even back to like what we were just talking about, this
Honestly.
crazy lady, like she knows nothing about me, right? Like you don't know anything about these people online. You are
No.
getting served like a very curated part of their life that they're sharing, and it's not real, right? 67
No.
is not real. We've talked about this. Like stop
6-7.
joining
Goodbye.
that trend. Six,
Stop
seven,
joining
sorry.
it.
Right? It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
It's
I think that
insane.
that's, comparing yourself to something that like very limited information about, I think is a deadly, not deadly, they're gonna die, but like I hope you don't die. But it's a very like dangerous trap to fall into because then you're trying to constantly pursue and achieve whatever that standard is that might
Hmm.
not be attainable for you because it's
Yeah.
probably not actually real for that person, like as far as being 100% of their life.
Oh, well, absolutely. Not
Yeah.
attainable at all.
And I think too, like I don't think they've sent them out in a while, but like we get monthly reports of studio performance and
They
like
still
they'll
send them
list,
out.
oh, they do. So you'll see like the revenue of all the studios.
Hmm.
Revenue does not translate to profit. So you don't know, like, so it's hard to compare yourself to like the New York studios who do an insane amount of revenue, but their rent is also probably, and their payroll cost is
Yeah.
probably like 5x
Astronomical.
times what ours
Hmm.
is, right? So looking at what actual profit means,
Right.
you don't know, if you're comparing yourself to even like pricing, like I think it's good to do market research on pricing for whatever industry you're in, but a Pilates studio, they have to charge a lot more because they have less capacity and therefore they're not able to fill their classes with as many people as we have, so they have to charge more to
Right.
offset that cost. So everything is relative, right? Like you have to put it in perspective as to like what your core business is, what your core as a person is, if we're relating this to ourselves as people. And it's okay to like take influences or ideas from other people and like, but to your point earlier, like make it your own. Don't try to be completely something that's disingenuous to yourself.
Right. Not getting lost. Lost in
Lost
the
in the
sauce.
sauce.
That's what I like to say.
We have one brain, truly.
We do.
That's so cute.
Um, yours is the smarter of the bunch.
No,
It is.
I just start talking and then I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore by the end of the conversation. So I just,
Um, yeah, well, to go off of everything that you're saying, just like trends stop being fun and start feeling like assignments. That's a huge
okay.
thing.
Yeah, like filming yourself working out. That girl probably got a smidge of a workout in because she spent so much time moving her
Yes.
phone around to capture content when she's
Mm-hmm.
not actually doing the whole class.
Right.
So I'm sure if she eventually posts a reel of it, you're like, oh, she like crushed this Pilates workout, like good for her. I'm like, no, she probably actually did half of the class because she spent the other half making sure her phone was in the right position to capture her doing a move for 2 seconds.
Right.
So nothing's real. Everything's fake.
Everything is fake.
Have we talked about the fact that money's not real?
I think you've brought it up.
Money is a concept. It's not real. Like, if I have a piece of paper, it means like a dollar bill, it means
Yeah,
nothing. It's a theoretical value that society places on it. It's not real.
crazy.
I don't understand it. Exchange rates make it make sense. I don't get it. Who decides? Sorry, tangent.
Yeah, I do not understand.
Another
I do
trend,
not.
crypto. Crypto. What are you using it for? How do you spend it? How do you redeem it for money?
That is
I
a
don't
scary.
understand.
Yeah, if you're in crypto, get out now.
I
Get
think
out now.
you probably had to get out a while ago from what I understand about it.
Yeah. I never got in, therefore I never had to jump out. So
I do have a Coinbase account and I think I might have like $5 in it.
nice.
And I keep getting spam text messages that my Coinbase account has been hacked and to call this number to like get access to it. And I
Do
just
not.
reported as junk, but I really want to reply back. Like, I literally have less than $5. Like, go pick a different person to spam because you're not getting
Yeah.
any money. A, I'm smarter than you. And B, no, here's all five of my dollars you can hack. So
What's the most expensive trend you've ever participated in?
I don't know that it's a trend, like a specific trend, but I am easily influenced by Instagram ads for
Mm,
shopping. So I buy a lot of
yeah.
things I probably don't need because I'm like, oh, that looks cool and it's so easy to check out on it.
Oh yeah.
Or just following influencers who post like, I love like houseware and like other items. And like, that's probably what I spend most of my like day to day, like spending like, yeah, I buy like a big bag like maybe once a year, but like if I'm looking at on average throughout the year, I probably spend the most money on like home decor and which I love because I love like ever evolving my house, but like it's probably a lot of stuff I don't need and I'm like very easily influenced by a perfectly curated picture of this like beautiful mirror that I need to have in my house, you know?
Yes, but you do a great job of making it yours. Oh shoot.
Sorry.
What was
It's
that?
okay. That was my phone. It's fine.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine.
We're good.
It's life.
No, but you do a good job at recreating it yours and not just kind of following
Yeah, like
down
I
what
won't if
someone else
someone
has done.
posts a photo of their room and I think it's a gorgeous room, I would never
Yeah,
buy everything that they have in their room and like just copy and
mimic
paste
it.
it. It's like
Yeah.
that have you remember that Friends episode when Rachel and Phoebe are living together and Rachel
Yes.
basically buys a whole page of catalog from Pottery
Yes.
Barn. But yeah, I think that Friends episode is like obviously pre-online trends, right? It was literally a
Oh yeah.
catalog. Like I know they still send catalogs in the mail, some companies, but Rachel just copying and
Mm,
pasting that whole living room set into her and
so
Phoebe's
good.
apartment and then trying to tell Phoebe everything was from the flea market and had
Yeah.
these like crazy backstories. Excellent episode. But yeah, I think that's another way of like I see maybe, yeah, I think your whole room looks beautiful in this photo you posted, but I'm just going to buy like this one piece and incorporate it with other pieces I have and like really make it my own versus like copying and pasting someone else's aesthetic into mine, even if I think it's beautiful.
Right.
I don't want to ever like be exactly like someone else. And I think having individuality is really important when following a trend or diving into trends. And that was actually something I was reading about recently, like if you're trying to grow your social media presence or followers or whatever. I was reading a lot of people, they'll like repost trending audio or trending like reels or TikToks or whatever, like doing the exact same thing, but then them just doing it. And it's
Yeah.
leading to people aren't achieving the view rates that they're looking for because the market is now so oversaturated with
Oh,
that same
so much.
video. Right. And so it's the people that are posting unique individual things, even if it's just like them talking about nonsense for like 30 seconds
Yeah.
versus like someone who's just recreating already viral reels.
Yeah.
So I think
I fell
individuality
down
is like
that
really
rabbit
important
hole
with your
when I was
dances.
yeah, when I was on TikTok doing the dances, but also
Yeah.
when I was doing the social media for the studios before we had someone specifically for it. I'm like, I don't have time to like I don't have the creativity as far as like making something original, like an original reel, like every now and then something original would come to my mind, but I was heavily influenced by other people and other studios and seeing what like other people have done with like
Hmm.
trending audio or trending like videos as far as fitness, but flipping it to make it Pure Bar and to make it work for our clientele or community, it's just very exhausting, very time
Yeah.
consuming. But one of my most expensive trends, you're gonna laugh,
Probably.
is something very popular if you were a girl growing up in the early 2000s in high school, was having a tanning salon membership.
Oh gosh, my
And
mother would never let me have a tanning salon membership.
you never had a membership to a tanning
I would
salon?
like I would go and just like pay drop in, like,
Right. Okay.
but like I had to hide it because like skin cancer runs very deep in my family. And so my
Right.
parents
Good for
always
you.
now like I don't want to go in the sun at all. And
Yeah.
but like as a teenager, all I wanted was to be tan and I'm like ghostly white as we can tell.
Oh, yeah.
And
We were
yeah.
so orange back in the day. Like, insane. I would go into the bed for, like, 10, 15 minutes, and, it was so good. It was so relaxing. I would just fry myself, and then afterwards, I would get a spray tan. Like, immediately afterwards, I would get a
Oh.
spray tan. I was a whole 'nother ethnicity at that
Do you
time period.
remember Mystic Tan?
Possibly?
It was like
Was
the
it
kind of first spray tan thing.
okay.
I think it was called and you had to, like, stand like I mean, I know you
Oh,
still
yeah,
have to
yeah,
stand
yeah,
like this
yeah.
when getting a spray tan, but it was like the machine, and then you had to turn.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
another Friends episode when Ross went to get it, and he
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
turn, and so he just got, like, multiple
Blasted.
yeah,
In the face. So
yeah.
good. Yeah, that was probably one of the expensive trends I did, but, I mean, there's been so many trends, like putting lemon in your hair and getting natural highlights from the sun.
Oh my gosh. So I went to Catholic school growing up, and you weren't allowed to color your hair. Well, of course, middle school hits and everyone's coloring their hair. Like my mom took me to get my
Yes.
hair colored. So at the very last day of school, they pulled all the girls in, I think it was sixth grade, going into seventh grade, or maybe seventh to eighth, aside and said, if you come back on day one of the new school year with hair color in, you're getting sent home. Like you
Oh,
cannot have hair colored.
no.
And all, so I went and I like had to color my hair back right before the school year started. All these other girls did not. And they were just like, it's the sun. We just put lemon juice. Like, even if that is real, you're still highlighting your hair. Like, you're still changing the color of your
Yes.
hair. But, like, no, these girls are getting highlights and they were just lying about it. And honestly, traumatized still to this
Yeah.
day.
I'm heavily influenced by all trends, especially in the wellness and fitness realm. So I've done you remember flat tummy tea?
Yes,
Love
did
that.
that.
Same.
I
Don't
did
don't know if it worked.
I did HCG, which I don't think that it's illegal anymore because it's
Yeah.
so bad. I was trying to like lose weight for my wedding. I don't recommend this at all if you have HCG available to you still, but it basically was a shot you gave yourself a few times a day, and it just stifled your hunger, and you can only eat 500 calories a day. And
Oh,
then like every so many days you could have an apple. Otherwise, it was
oh.
literally just a steak every day. That's all I ate.
Oh my god. Well, she looked great.
I lost a ton of weight, but then like you gain it all back, right? Because it's not a sustainable like
Right,
lifestyle
exactly.
habit.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, I used to drink bone broth on, like, the daily.
oh, isn't that like a Gwyneth Paltrow thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Someone put it out there in the universe, and I was like, "I should do that." Right now, I'm into beef tallow on my face. I mean,
I don't
I'm
know if that
looking
is.
great,
You always look great.
thanks. But that's the newest trend I'm on, and I'm heavily influenced by social media because of that.
Can we
But
talk about salmon sperm?
oh, yes, that is a thing.
Salmon sperm. People are putting how do they collect it, first of all? And why is it going in your face?
I don't ask questions. I just do.
Have you got a salmon sperm facial?
I have not. I can't say that I have.
You
That's
should try
where
it and let us know.
I've had some sort of like snail, I forget the name of it, but it came from snails and it was a
Like their
serum.
slime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Something in that
Mm,
area. And I used it as a serum right after like a microneedling treatment.
cute.
I don't know. It worked, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah, it's great. So, anything else on this subject? How to opt out of the trend pressure while still staying creative? I feel like we've touched on that is like, I feel it's okay to see and learn from other people. And it's just like mentors. That was something I heard too. Like gather so much from people around you as mentors or bosses or friends. You learn so much from them and you just kind of make things your own and not fall into the rabbit hole of copy and paste, you know? And I
Yeah,
feel
I
like that's
think
huge too, just like copy paste from ChatGPT. That's like a huge thing right now in school, work, business. And yeah, I'm guilty of using ChatGPT for things I need help on. And what I will do is rather than copy and pasting exactly what it says, is read it and then take the time to like make it me, make it
mhm.
something I would say, not something that I could connect with. And if someone were to receive this email or see this, it would sound and be me with some extra tweak.
Yeah, I think, like, I use ChatGPT every day, but I use it more to create, like, outlines for
Mm.
whether it's my newsletter, the podcast, a memo I'm reading for work, whatever. And then I think the important part, and kind of back to what we're really talking about here, is injecting the meat of it, the meat of your life, the meat of your business, the meat
Mm.
of what you're writing with your own personality and your own voice, because people can tell when something is a copy and paste,
Oh, yeah.
and you lose so much of that individuality. And I think it's okay to feel comfortable, and you should want to feel comfortable with being unique and being different. And I think that's where people really thrive and shine and prosper, is when they're being true to themselves. So
Yes, and not just being another trend.
don't be another trend like Soul Cycle. That was a trend.
That for sure is a trend.
Cycling is no knock on cycling, but this is the knock. Like, I don't understand it. It hurts the bones down there.
Yes.
I
Um,
How?
it hurts a lot of things.
Anyway,
That's all I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
say.
That's all we're gonna say on cycling.
I too, that was a trend I fell deep into, and I feel like studios have done a good job at, like, incorporating strength into some of their cycling classes, but to just straight cycle for 45 minutes long, and I mean, endurance level was out of this world, but yeah, you have to make sure you're in true proper form, your seat, your bike is fully in true alignment with your body, otherwise you could really do some damage.
You have terrible breath, dog.
Oh.
Sorry. She just yawned at my face.
Oh,
That's very stinky, ma'am.
nasty pepper girl. You nasty. Um,
Well, anything else on this? Are we ready to hit our reality recap?
just the exhaustion of constantly optimizing yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically to, again, burnout, trying
Mm-hmm.
to be the next successful thing, trying to be on trend, whether it's something, like I said, health wise, work wise, being more efficient, more successful, being more mindful, more everything. It comes with some downfalls. So just keep being you, keep being true to you,
Mm-hmm.
and try not to overdo it to the point where you get into this point where it's impossible to keep up with your own self because you're searching for something higher beyond you, which is
Yeah.
not attainable.
Yeah.
I used to have this quote over my closet in my room, and it was to live to please an audience of one. And for my brother would always laugh at me because he was like, you're the one person, Ava. You're like the one in that quote. And when I put it up there as more a like religious aspect, living to please an audience of one for God. And um, sometimes I quickly turn that and we're just selfish, prideful human beings that we're just only solely focused on ourselves. So whatever that audience is for you, try to make it more personable, not the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, absolutely. Taylor Swift has a quote, something like that, of like, when you live to like for the satisfaction of other people, or like when that's
Mm.
what's driving your happiness. I don't remember the rest of the quote, but it was a good one. So
People in this
Google it.
world are always going to fail you.
Yep.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah. That was kind of
Except
dark.
except you, my friend.
I hope I don't.
No, I hope I don't either. Well,
Speaking of your in-laws, do they listen to the podcast?
um, they do not. If my mother-in-law does, hello.
Hello. You should tell her to listen to it,
They're they just
especially
got
this
home.
week's episode of the
Yes.
Shat in the Pants.
Yeah. She'll really enjoy that.
All right. Well, let's head into our reality recap.
Yes, the only thing I saw was Salt Lake City. Great. Cruel behavior from
Bronwyn's
Todd.
husband.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I'm halfway convinced he took the
It was
cherry on
on purpose.
purpose
Yeah.
to like knowing it's gonna not make him look good. Like I just think he's one of those guys. Like I don't care. People think it's
Yeah.
fun. I'm just gonna do this as like a funny thing. But
He
like,
truly is not living on a trend. He is who
oh
he
no, he's
is.
his own. But you
Yeah.
know what the most iconic part of Todd is that my kids on Friday night when we were home without my husband caught we have a lot of like frogs in our yard and
Yeah.
caught like this bullfrog, like it was a big one.
Oh,
And
whoa.
unprompted, they like bring it to the window to show me. And they're like, "Mom, we caught a frog and we named him Todd." Like unprompted. And like now if you look at Todd, he kind of looks like a frog.
Yeah, there's some similarities. There is a
And my
resemblance.
children have never watched this show.
That's
So it was
I mean,
like
Todd the Frog.
iconic. Todd the Frog. And then I made them release him and they could not find him the next day and they were very sad. And I'm like, well, he's in his frog home. Like
Yeah.
they only come out at night.
He's like, "I gotta get out of here."
Get the fuck out of here. These kids are chasing me around the yard.
Yeah.
Long live Todd the Frog.
Long
So
live. Hope he's doing well.
how about Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, it was wicked night, and
Mm.
I was just in my feels.
Wait,
It
who
was
went home?
beautiful. Scott from
Oh, that's
Pentatonics.
right. Yeah.
And this coming week, once this airs, will have already seen it Halloween night. So those
Still,
are
one of
always the
my
best.
favorite dances of all time was Daniela and
Yeah.
Iman in their Halloween dance.
So good. She does
So
great
good.
work every Halloween. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see her and Dylan's um, dance this coming week. What have you seen online the talks of Daniela and Dylan?
I saw she broke his nose in rehearsals like
Yes.
yesterday or the day before.
And I understand that being a partner, you're playing into a character.
Yeah.
There's no true emotion, but sometimes it's hard to not feel something. I don't know.
It's got to be like actors too, and they have to have like intimate
Yeah.
scenes. I'm sure they feel something, but it doesn't mean that they're like acting on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Are there rumors that they're like getting it
The
on?
rumors. Yes.
The rumors and the
The
nastiness.
rumors.
I refuse to subscribe to that because I think that they're both really good people, and I don't
Yes.
think they would do that.
True. Very true.
What is really cute though is my daughter's gotten really into the show, and she's obsessed with the Parent Trap right now. So
Yes.
Elaine
Meredith
is like
Blake.
one of her favorite dancers right now.
Oh,
Her
I love
actual
that.
favorite is Pasha and Danielle, which
Yes.
she's okay, but I just really, as we know, I cannot stand Jen Affleck.
Mhm.
And so when she is asking Jan in their start of their rehearsals, like in the package for the week, am I just a really bad dancer? Or like, am I bad? She asked him something along those lines, and I just yelled at the TV, yes, you are. Like, you're terrible. Go.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Jan, though, because I saw that Max and his wife
Yeah.
were like dragging him like he has no business being on the show. He doesn't understand the dances. Like, he's only on because he's Taylor Swift's backup dancer. Like, it's also his first season. Like, give him a little bit of a break.
And that's hard to hear because one, that's like a huge platform to have
Mhm.
accomplished and be on as a dancer. Like dancers trying to get to that level in their profession, it's hard to do. And yeah, I'm sure he had a nice little in with Mandy Moore being part of Dancing with the Stars and knowing
Mm.
producers and stuff like that. But, the man is talented. And I'm sure their first seasons on Dancing with the Stars weren't their best. You have to learn
Yeah.
how to be a coach, like a true coach. And I agree, like, yeah, you can be the best dancer in the world, but your coaching isn't the
Yeah.
greatest. But let him learn. He's not going to
Yeah.
learn unless he's part of the experience and he's there for a reason. So let him be there, let him go about it.
Yeah.
And, that
As
is
a Taylor
unfortunate.
Swift stan, I will defend him and I hope
Oh,
he
yeah.
is successful, but also I cannot have him win because of Jen Affleck. Like any other girl, sure. But she just boils my bones for some reason and I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's because, I mean, I hate to say this about people, but she comes across the TV screen as someone very like, woe is me
Mhm.
type. And
I don't
like,
have time for that energy.
no. And I feel like every now and then we all fall into that aspect in some sort of way in our lives, but hers is broadcasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just
But
comes across as, like, a whiny, annoying flip-flopper, like, at least how she is on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which
okay.
cannot wait for that to come back.
I think she's a major people pleaser, and so she will just
I can't stand those kind of people like you.
well, here I am,
I love you, I'm
but
kidding.
not on
No,
that level.
not on that level. I just think she's I don't know, something about her. I just really
Yeah,
again,
and
and
that's
this might
okay.
not be her as a person, but at least the persona or the edit she gets on Mormon Wives is something I can't subscribe to. But as we've discussed, we don't know if that's really her as a person or just her on
Yeah,
TV. But, at least her TV character, I'll say that. Maybe not her as a person.
yeah, her
I
TV
cannot stand.
character, yeah. But someone I could not stand that I do now stan is Whitney.
Same.
Love
Love
her.
her.
Love her and Mark.
Love.
They
Couldn't stand her at the beginning of Mormon Wives. Now I'm obsessed with her.
yes, she's so good. She's so talented. I think she just has a over the top personality and yeah.
Did you ever watch the video, like the one she went viral for of her in the hospital?
Yeah.
Iconic. Like,
Doing a
so
dance while her
unhinged.
child has like a
Respirator.
respirator.
It's so good. It's
Wild.
so unhinged. I love it.
So unhinged. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And yeah, everyone this season's good. I'm so happy that Andy is still thriving. We're all voting. Keep it going.
Oh, Wyatt loves him too. It's another one of her favorites.
He just is the true,
He's so
like,
sweet.
yeah, epitome of what the show is based on. Like taking someone so out of their like comfort zone and bringing them into this world of artistry and dance and
Yeah.
the athletic point of it all. And he's adapting, he's trying, he's learning, he's succeeding.
Yeah.
We
He's
love
very
him.
cute. Like, he's so sweet.
Oh,
You can
yes.
tell he's just like a good guy.
We must protect him at all costs.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I watched. I'm not up to date with that show I've been watching.
Yeah. I think that's all I watched this week too. Again, Orange County, which is just a terrible franchise right now. So
Yeah. No, I stopped watching that a while ago.
I will say I have I cannot talk about it on the pod at this day and age, but I have incredible dramatic content. If the Orange County producers want to recast the show, I've got a whole cast of moms that could crush it on that show.
I would love
Crush
that.
it.
Yes.
It's not funny. Some of it's sad, but um
It's
it's
sad because
just
it's real lives
it's
and,
real.
so are these
Yeah.
people on the shows, but it'd be like The Valley where it's
It's like
great
too
drama,
much.
but it's also too much because you're like, "Oh, these are real lives and families and people," and
Mhm. Yeah,
yikes.
the drama on Orange County right now is just so manufactured and stale. Like, it's just Gretchen and Tamara fighting about the same fight they've had for the last 15 years, and it's like, get new content, like, get new
Yeah,
material.
we've
Or they're
moved
always
on.
talking about, like, stuff that happened off camera, like, with every podcasters. It's always something to do with a podcaster or a
Always.
vlogger, and it's like, these people aren't on the show. Who care like, if you all talk to podcasters, you all talk to bloggers, like, this is
Yeah.
not a real fight right now.
No.
So
No, no, no.
it's so stale. They need to really fully recast that show. So,
They
in my
do.
opinion, yeah.
They
Heather
do.
needs to go on Beverly Hills. She does not live in Orange County, and
She has
the rest
never
of them is
yeah, I'm glad she was introduced to the world on the OC Housewives, but yes, her life and personality lives for Beverly Hills.
yeah. She should really be on Beverly Hills. I can't wait for Beverly Hills to come back because I a Kathy Hilton
Same.
stan. Like, Kathy Hilton is who I want to be when I grow up. She is so fantastic, so like hunky dory. I just love her.
She's so funny because she could say any like out of pocket comment or
Hmm.
anything and nobody takes offense to it. It's just
No,
there's certain people you come across in life where they could say like the most outlandish thing ever. And you're like, "Oh, that's just
that's
who
just
they
her.
are." Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just who they are, you just laugh about it.
Because you can tell with her, it's not ever, like, mean-spirited or it's not, like, intentional. She just
No,
says things, like, and you're just like, "What? What?"
right?
And it's
You're
just
like,
her.
"What?" So good.
Toothless and homeless. Remember that?
Toothless and homeless, homeless and toothless, whatever the
I've worked with
organization
the
is called.
toothless and the homeless.
She's like, I support both.
It's homeless, not toothless, because the homeless people get teeth, I think. That's anyway. I'm sure it's a great charity, but just hearing Kathy try to describe it or talk to Dorit about it was iconic moment.
Or saying that
housewives.
she's like certain percentage
Chinese.
And everyone's like,
from like 3000 BC or something.
yeah, I'm sure we all have some trace of that going all the way back
to the Neanderthal days.
The Neanderthal days. Truly.
All right. Well, on that note, I got to go potty. So let's wrap this up.
Same. All signs lead back to the potty.
The bathroom.
The bathroom. I have nothing other than try not to exhaust yourself into keeping up with the Joneses and keeping up with what you see online, and truly continue to be authentic. Keep searching and learning and growing from others, but take the time to find true authenticity through it all.
I love it. Beautifully said. True colors. Some people's true colors do come out too.
Colors.
That's why I love you. So chaotic. I love us.
It's fine. Well, if you enjoy our chaoticness and want to continue to be part of it, like, subscribe, follow, right? Usually that's your job.
Like, comment, subscribe. Can you look at how big her head looks on the screen? If you're not watching this on YouTube, like, do yourself a favor. My dog's head is like bigger than my whole chest. It's insane.
Yes.
So Pepper says, like, comment, subscribe, because
she's coming for you.
She's coming for you. So, all right. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.
Toodles.
We'll see you next week.
I'm going to go make a chili.
Have fun. I'm not making anything. Bye.